Kahalau Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone. Salute your brothers teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. So this is like a report here that's come out, and what they're saying, archaeologists discover 3 ancient tombs dating back more than 3,500 years to ancient Egypt. Yeah. Now, as soon as you look at the tombs, you can see that these are people of color, which just further proves that. Well, when you go back to ancient Egypt, you had the Israelites in captivity under the ancient Egyptians. So it was one people of color being enslaved by another people of color, which were of different nations, as we know. Okay, because just because people are dark skinned doesn't mean they're the same people. They're not. That doesn't mean that. So this is new. So just saying that, and like I said, the first thing you notice is that they're all people of color. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go all into this. It's really short. They pretty much just show the two. But let's go to. I'm gonna get a scripture in a second. Now, when you go to the Bible dictionary, it tells you that basically the Hamites were dark-skinned people. The dark-skinned, but they were not the Negroes. Negro is a term for, you so-called blacks in America. So then you got the Hamitic nations. You don't call them, they're not called Negroes, so, this is just more proof coming out at the end. Just more proof of the truth, man. Now you got these movies and stuff like that coming out, and you've got all these, even in the Middle Ages, and they're putting Jakes, so-called black men in the movies, and it's coming out more and more now that they're admitting that they're actually admitting that, okay, yeah, there were so-called blacks in the Middle Ages. Let's get this. Which, if we ruled during that time period. But let's get this. Let's get this. This is Exodus 1 and 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. And it's the same in America. You got all the tribes there in the modern day Egypt, modern day Babylon. Um, you got all the tribes, and they're pretty much they're gonna come down on the tribes through Trump and all of that. But pretty much the tribes are. Matter of fact, the scripture says there's the sands of the sea. So the tribes are you know, it says it increased abundantly here. That's what it did. But that's the tribes are abundant. You so-called Negroes, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, Native Americans. It says, now there rose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Now, when you check out any of the, there's tombs and things of that nature, or murals, or wall paintings and things of that, like that, of Jake, Israelites in Egypt being, under the Egyptians as captives, and you can see that the Egyptians are dark skinned or people of color, and so are um, the children of Israel. Uh, so 9, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. And that's how Esau Edom thinks. He's trying to, when you go into the birthrights and all that, he sees you tribes as a threat in terms of power structure. Um, but what is going to happen is, they're going to establish a new world order, and they're going to try and chip everybody, or they're going to chip people. Pretty much whoever accepts the mark of the beast, but will be destroyed. And that's just like a control, a slavery, a control of the whoever's left, man. But by the way, America is going to be nuked. But this is just the history of ancient Egypt, and Egypt will be visited again with plagues. That's the modern Egypt. America will be visited again with plagues. The modern day Egyptians, Esau, Edom. That's a whole thing within itself. That when you go, let me do this quickly. Okay, got the right. When you go to America, you've got the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill is what is a pyramid of ancient Egypt, and then you've got See if I can get the right thing on. Yeah, because yeah, well, you got a pyramid of Egypt, and then you've got the like Washington Monument is what is a obelisk. Then you've got the which you know brothers are aware of this sort of stuff anyway, because matter of fact, you know what? Let me get this. Let me get this. Revelation 11, verse 8. So this is in the book of Revelations now, right? John and the Isle of Patmos, right? Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, right? So spiritually, the place is called Sodom and Egypt. So it's not actually Sodom itself. Well, let me take that back. Let me word that right. It's the new, because you had an ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, and you got a new Sodom and Gomorrah. So that's what it says. It spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So um, that's America right there. And like I said, the symbol, the money on the dollars is a giant. Is just a pyramid. Um, that's a symbol. So why on earth would you have that on your money if you're talking about it's a Christian country? Also, you know what I mean, a country representing the Bible. Why would you have that symbol? Because what they did, that's the spiritual Egypt right there. It's pretty simple, man. And you got people, oh well, you got scoffers out there, you know, that will mock something like that or try and get around it. But we find that a lot of people are agents. Oh, so this video is kind of like to America is spiritually um is Sodom, Egypt, Babylon as well, and you know, pretty much you tribes that were captives in ancient Egypt, you're captives in the modern day Egypt. I'm gonna close this one out, keep it short. You know, it was just a quick hit on this icon that had come out, a tomb. You know. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.